amazing lens. You don't get that extra. You're always going to pay to
There's a rumor that Phoenix has lost in this wrong.
Now, you can see here, very slowly.
I love expressing myself and my added
a warm light.
But the great thing about video editing is
Facebook more for personal kind of catch up with me.
Those are pretty. That's been really good. And it's a lot cheaper than the Marv folder, but it also could go for like a paperweight on like a coffee table as well, just because of the shape of it.
Yeah.
Like you would never really know it's a taper holder.
Terrible things started happening when you walked away. So that's why I stay right